Hey guys, have you seen a system that is error-free? Some mechanism that works flawlessly? Even we do things that contain error. If you don't, then I appreciate your perfection. But mobile communication system does contain error when they transmit. So, it is Disha Shukla from this side welcoming you to this session. Now, as you already know, this session is about error controlling and error coding. Error detection and correction. So, all the error starting with the introduction in the information theory and the coding theory with application in the computer science and telecommunication, error detection and correction or error control are the techniques that enable reliable delivery of the digital data over unreliable communication system. Many communication channels are subject to the channel noise, and thus the errors may be introduced during transmission from the source to a receiver. Error detection techniques allows detecting such errors, while the error correction enables reconstruction of the original data in many cases. Error detection is the detection of the errors caused by the noise or the impairment during transmission from the transmitter to the receiver. Error correction is the detection of the error and reconstruction of the original error-free data. All the error detection and the error correction schemes add some redundancy, that is some extra data, to a message which the receivers can use to check the consistency of the delivered message and to recover the data that has been determined to be corrupted. So, the error detection and the correction schemes can be either systematic or non-systematic. So, in a systematic scheme, the transmitter seeds the original data and attaches a fixed number of check bits. These are sometimes called parity bits, which are derived from the data bits by some deterministic algorithm. If only the error detection is required, a receiver can simply apply the same algorithm to the received data bits and compare its output with the received check bits. If the value does not match, then an error has occurred at some point during the transmission. In a system that uses a non-systematic code, the original message is transformed into an encoded message carrying the same information and that has at least as many bits as the original message. So, moving on to the error detection, it is implemented either at the data link layer or the transport layer of the OSI model. So, whenever a message is transmitted, it may get scrambled by noise or data may get corrupted. So, to avoid this, we use error detecting codes, which are the additional data that have been added to a given digital message to help us detect if any error has occurred during the transmission. Basic approach used for error detection is the use of the redundancy bits when the additional bits are added to facilitate the detection of the errors. So the popular techniques for error detection are simple parity check, two-dimensional parity check, checksum and cyclic redundancy. So I'll explain all these types of error detection techniques in brief. The first one is simple parity check. Block of data from the source are subjected to a check bit or a parity bit generator form where a parity bit is added. Now, if 1 is added to the block, it contains odd number of ones, and if 0 is added, it contains even number of ones. This scheme makes the total number of ones even, and that is why it's called an even parity check. The next is the two-dimensional parity check. So, the parity bits are calculated for each row, which is equivalent to the simple parity check bit. The parity check bits are also calculated for all the columns and then both are sent along with the data. At the receiving end, these are compared with the parity bits calculated on the received data. The third type is the checksum. Now, in a checksum error detection scheme, the data is derived into k segments each of m bits. See, be clear here, there are k different segments that are of m bits. Now, in the sender's end, the segments are added using 1's complement arithmetic to get the sum, and the sum is complemented to get the checksum. The checksum segment is sent along with the data segment. The data segment that you are sending, along with that you will be sending the checksum segment. So, at the receiver end, All the received segments are then added using 1's complement arithmetic to get the sum. The sum is then again complemented. If the result is 0, the received data is accepted. Otherwise, it is discarded and it has been asked to the transmitter that you have to transmit again. The next type is the cyclic redundancy check. Now, unlike the checksum scheme, which is based on the addition, CRC is based on binary division. In CRC, a sequence of redundant bits called the cyclic redundant check bits are appended to the end of the data unit so that the resulting data unit becomes exactly divisible by a second predetermined binary number. At the destination, the incoming data unit is then divided by the same number. If at this step there is no remainder, that means the data is assumed to be correct and is therefore accepted. A remainder indicates that the data unit has been damaged and in transit and therefore it must be rejected. So this is all about the error detecting. Now moving forward, we have the error correcting codes. So the error correcting codes, or the ECC, are the sequence of numbers that are generated by a specific algorithm for detecting and removing the errors in the data. Here the data that has been transmitted over the noisy channels, we are talking about that. So the error correcting codes ascertain the exact number of bits that has been corrupted and the location of the corrupted bits within the limitation of the algorithm. Now, an error correcting code is an algorithm for expressing a sequence of numbers such that any error which are introduced can be detected and corrected, and based on the remaining numbers. So the study of error correcting codes and the associated mathematics is also known as the coding theory. In the ECC, it is as compared to the error detection, it contrasts in that manner that in the ECC, the errors that are encountered can be corrected, and not only detected. The advantage here is that a system using ECC does not require a reverse channel to request retransmission of the data when an error occurs. And the downside is that there is a fixed overhead that is added to the message, and thereby requiring a higher forward channel bandwidth. ECC is therefore applied in the situations where the retransmissions are costly or impossible, such as the one-way communication links and when they are transmitting to a multiple receiver in multicast. ECC is accomplished by adding redundancy to the transmitted information using an algorithm. A redundant bit may be a complex function of many original information bits. The original information may or may not appear literally in the encoded outputs. Codes that include unmodified input in the outputs are systematic, while those that do not are non-systematic. Again, the error correcting codes are further divided into the following types, that is the convolution codes, the block codes and the turbo codes. The convolution codes are the sliding window on the bit stream, and they are most often decoded with a Viterbi algorithm. Block codes work on a fixed size block of the bits and generally decoded in the polynomial time of their block length. The examples are Reed-Solomon code, Golay, BCH, multidimensional parity and Hamming codes. While the turbo codes they combine two or more relatively simple convolution codes and an interleaver to produce a block code. Now, seeing the types of error code in brief. So the block code works on a fixed size blocks or the bits or the symbols of the predetermined size. Practical block codes can generally be hard coded in the polynomial time of their block length. A block code is a type of error correcting or error detecting code in which a fixed number, conventionally k, of digits are taken into the encoder at a time, and then the output in the form of a code word consisting of the greater number, that is conventionally say n, of bits. It is often specified as an N, K coder with block length K and code word length N. The corresponding decoder takes in the N digits and outputs K digits at a time. Since the code words are longer than the input words, the possible received words are no more numerous. The code words are only a selection of all the possible words and are no more numerous. The code words are only a selection of all the possible words of their length. The selection method here gives any code its particular properties. The next is the binary convolution codes. Now here in the convolution codes, the messages comprises of the data streams of arbitrary length and a sequence of output bits are generated by the sliding application of the Boolean function of the data stream. In the block codes, the data comprises of a block of data of a definite length. However, in a convolution code, the input data bits are not divided into blocks but are instead fed as a stream of data bits, which convolutes to the output bits based on the logic functions of the encoder. Also, unlike the block codes where the output code words is dependent only on the present input, in the convolution codes the output stream depends not only on the present input bits but also on the previous input bits stored in the memory. So the convolution codes are used mainly in CDMA and GSM digital cellular dial-up models, and satellites and deep space communication in 802.11 wireless LAN, etc. So this is all about error detection and error correction. So summing up together, error detection is something wherein you detect the error in the system and if required ask for the retransmission. Wherein error correction is something wherein you see the error at the receiver side and make a mechanism such that the error can be corrected eventually. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Until then, keep learning.